Flight Boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Terry's Moon, Flight Boss, the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And I want to do this video on Flat Earth versus Globe Earth versus a new contender, Wave Earth. Now, this is what we need to understand before we get into this. We're talking about consciousness and the elevation or the evolution of the mankind consciousness. So what you're perceiving is truly just what we are agreeing on from a collective conscious. So you got your perception, you got other people who got their perception, then there's many different people that think about that one perception, and that creates the realm of reality. This is what enables us to see things in different ways, but also agree upon things that we see. But here's what we have to understand. Everything is dealing with conscious levels. And depending on where we at in the astral realm, that's going to be all you can be conscious of. But as Archangel Uriel, I'm here to elevate y'all and take y'all to the next step. So y'all can save all this energy and emotion and passion that y'all putting into this conscious realm. Now check this out. When we talk about flat earth, this is more one-dimensional. This is more of a line, flat. So in the spirit realm, how that would be looked when it's not on a sheet of paper or whatever like that, the spirit realm goes in cycles. So in the spirit realm, what perceives as a line on something flat would perceive as something going in a rotation, but based upon where it's traveling. So you see what I'm saying? This frequency line. You're not going to see this frequency line down here or up here. You're going to see the frequency line like this from your perspective. But in that frequency line perspective, it's rounding off. So you got a bunch of those going in different directions. But before we get there, right? Flat Earth is more like a flat level of consciousness. So in so many ways, shape, or form, it's left brain. Because left brain is more male dominant. So people who are clinging on to flat Earth are correlated to the male dominance portions of a person's brain, which is left brain. Left brain deals with logic, drawing lines, point of reference, direction, something to point to, external, you know what I'm saying, outside. Now, right brain is female. It's round, it's fluid, it's shapeless, formless. So what we do within our brains is we take that shapeless and formless, which is our imagination in our right brain, and then we try to logically present it utilizing something from the external realm. So the right brain will be internal, the left brain will be external. So in order to understand the internal right brain, for a person to be logical or to be smart, this is a person who's only deciphering their right brain and know how to decipher or relate their right brain to things that we see outside of us, which is left brain type shit. And things we can logically point to help you better understand what's going on in the right brain. So, you see what I'm saying? Flat Earth is truly into the left brain. So they have to come with all logic. And then when they mix the emotions and feelings behind the logic that they're putting into things, it becomes a flat. The emotions and feelings become flat, but the logic become more powerful. You see what I'm saying? Because it's truly left brain. Now, when we talk about right brain, this is when we get into the concept of the more civilizations and the more the conscious, once we started to elevate, this is when we start to look at things with more roundness and more spherical and more surrounding. So this is actually, we're not supposed to argue over the shape of the earth. What's going on is this is levels of consciousness that we're understanding as the human brain develops. So as us going through this, our shapeless, formless, odorless, non-flammable gas, our smokeless flame, our spirit, our conscious is elevating through these astral travels, and it's starting to perceive more. So now we're starting to get the understanding, and we're starting to perceive roundness and things that could be round and things that could be spherical, and the spirit conscious is starting to see more of this perception now. So your spirit is able to look at it from the top down or below up, that line of frequency. So now it's able to look at that from all different 360 perspectives. So this is where you get the round consciousness at. So now when you get globe earth and and flat earth, these are just the left and the right brain arguing amongst each other. As I see it, as Archangel Uriel. This is just humans playing out the parts of cells of the right and the left brain arguing amongst each other. Now, let's get into the next level of consciousness, though. Now, as I said, I'm not clinging on to any of these because there's going to be another level of consciousness after this. Now, once the one and the two come together, you get flat and roundness. This is where you get form and shape from flatness and roundness. You get a lot of different forms and a lot of different shapes out of flatness and roundness. So you may have some things that's more flat than round. You have some things that's more round than flat. But you're going to get the totality of both of these, which creates the realm of reality that we can perceive things on now. So you have the actual conscious awareness to actually do a 360, to actually do a spin and see all around you, other than just seeing straight ahead and thinking you could just go on forever. You're able to see that you're in something, you're contained in something. And this would develop the knowledge of knowing that you're in a body and knowing that you're in certain things and you're in a realm of reality and you could be put in a cell and you could be, you see what I'm saying? This is where all that came from because our level of consciousness has risen to understanding the concept of roundness now. Now there's going to be a concept over this. Now in the next, mark my words, everybody. Now, I don't want to play any frequency vibrations and try to embody anything. So I don't want to be the person who want to come into the conscious community and start to argue this. But I will play with it. But the next consciousness is Earth is a wave. So look, we're going to go from Earth is flat, to Earth is round, to Earth is a wave. Watch. Watch. That's the next level of consciousness. Where else can y'all go? I already been through all of these. I could tell y'all the one after that. But for the most part, this may be 10, 20, or 100 years from now. But there's going to be real sciences, and they're going to be real conclusions and real dialogue on the Earth being a wave. Now, y'all done went from the Earth being a line, right? Which is the flat. Y'all done went from the Earth being round, which now you're looking at a particle. You're looking at, you're focusing and paying attention to a specific part of something. Then after that, y'all gonna realize that y'all paying attention to a specific part of a wave. Particle. That's where particle came from. Once we get on a collective conscious and we rise a little higher, depending on how many years it takes for all of us to rise a little higher, we're gonna be on a conscious level of understanding the wave. So we're gonna stop seeing something as a part of something and start seeing it as a whole, as a wave. Then once we get into that, it's going to go into color spectrums. We're going to start being able to understand and decipher and be able to separate. And you see how a particle, we'll be able to separate waves after that. And that's after the wave. You see what I'm saying? That'd be after the fourth dimension. Fifth dimension, we'll be able to start seeing things as like particle versions of waves. So in this perspective, it'll look like color spectrums. And we'll be able to know which one we riding and what it takes to transition and sustain yourself in another wave. You see what I'm saying? Then after that, it's going to be, look, I don't want to go too far because we want to take it step by step. But I'm going to play with y'all motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? So right now, we got one-dimensional minds, which is flat Earth. Two-dimensional minds, which is round Earth, because we know two-dimensional, all things of that nature is dealing with the female, duality, relativeness, and things, and it took two things for you to come into the realm of reality. So all that two energy is what females carry, and we know the womb is when the sperm cell and the egg cell comes together. The two bodies come together, and the shapeless, formless, odorless, non-flammable gas, the spirit within one of the bodies, control that cell to go into the egg cell as a body and create that body for it can inhabit and keep sustaining itself within the worlds. But at the same time, you have to understand this is the actual motherfucking perception of the whole thing. I'm thirsty as motherfucking shit. Let me go ahead and stop talking for a second so I can go ahead and take a sip. Yeah, but it's flat Earth That's linear. Then we got the two, that's more male. Then we got 2-dimension, because that's the womb. This is how you know you're in a world, a womb, a room. So that's 2-dimensional. So we know now that anytime we talk about something global or round or something like that, that's more feminine energy. This is how we know we're in a feminine energy body right now. And then we're going to get to the wave. That's beyond that. A wave could be male or female. This is when we get to hermaphrodite energies and things of that nature. Y'all lost in the physical. Y'all think I'm talking about sexes and shit now right now. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about levels of motherfucking consciousness. Now, when you get into a motherfucking wave, the wave could be positive or negative. But correlating to who it's relating to, that's going to be if it's positive or negative. But we're able to, right now, where we at right now, where we can look at the piece of the wave, aka the planet or the particle, or there's all the same shit, all higher stars, lower stars. Get under motherfucking standard. So, you know what I'm saying? The more we're understanding the roundness, we're going to understand how this roundness is within something else that's round or round, to the point that we're going to have to connect that to the point that we start seeing it in waves now. And then once we get into that level of consciousness, it's going to be ill, y'all. Wait till y'all check this out. I already lived this shit. I already lived all this shit. But wait till y'all motherfuckers experience the wave consciousness. Y'all think the round consciousness is cold. Because y'all get to have fucking... y'all get to correlate and create imaginations of directions that y'all can go, and y'all can go up and down and north, east, south, west. That's some cold ass knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And that came from flat. So that's some cold ass knowledge too, because we can logically understand what kind of plane we on. Then once we leave that, we can understand what kind of realm or world we in from the 2nd dimension, which is the globe type of shit. And then after y'all learn that, y'all gonna get into the wave. Now wait till y'all get into the motherfucking wave. This one we about to really astral travel. Fuck spaceships and shit. This is where y'all gonna start realizing that this is a spaceship already. Wait till y'all get into the wave. This is where the milk and honey type concept come into, where all y'all motherfuckers be talking about Osiris and Amon-Ra and shit. Y'all got the wrong motherfucking concept. This is waves, and then what? Y'all gonna get into color spectrums. That's when y'all gonna start understanding what wave is more stronger than the other, what currency is more stronger than the other. So what our minds need to be on in order to go in this direction. What our spaceships and conditions need to be on in order to go in this direction. How much of us need to come together at this specific time so we can move in this direction. It's gonna be hard. I'm telling you, man. The shit y'all motherfuckers is on is weak ass shit. I'm telling y'all. I'm gonna bring all this shit to y'all though. Now wait till y'all get on this motherfucking wave consciousness. We really gonna be astral traveling. We really gonna know how to make the planet seem closer, how we get to them, how to correlate the stars ourselves. It's gonna be really as above, so below, as within, so without. The motherfucking real star seeds is back now. You know what I'm saying? We not waiting for some shit to surround no fucking poles up there, and then we think we gotta find some shit down here. We control the shit. We steer the shit in the direction that it's going. That's how the shit works. But y'all gonna understand that when y'all get into the wave. We at the last portions right now. Y'all doing y'all last little fights. Y'all spooling out y'all last little hearts and souls. Because really, look, this is what you need to understand. When you're into something, that means because you're in search of something. So a religious person who in search for God, they're going to search for God. An atheist, they're the same. They're the same people. They're just on the polar opposite with different ideas. But the reason why they're making debates and shit, because that's their way. That's their version of in search for God. You see what I'm saying? Whatever you're into, that's your search of looking for that, or you wouldn't be into that. You wouldn't even have no time to be into that. So for an example, the earth, flat earth and round earth right now. This is the last piece. This is the flat earth people still holding on and clinging to and trying to find the roundness and trying to find the curve. And this is the round people saying, damn, I thought we left from flatness. Well, y'all got some good ideas. So it's something inside me. Let me see what's going on with that. Let's find the flatness. Let's find the flatness. And this is just both of y'all cry for help right now. Both of y'all spirits is just right now trying to be in a circumstance, a situation where y'all trying to find because we're going through an evolutionary change. we're going through a transit right now. We're going through a big transit, and we're in the age of Aquarius, so we're evolving in consciousness. So this is our way of just fighting and learning. Anytime you're trying to learn something, it's like friction. You're trying to see it and see if you resonate with it and see if it makes sense. That's bouncing off something. So you know this is the end time of something. So this is the end time of flat earth and round earth, and we're getting into wave earth. Then once we get into wave earth, that's gonna be cold. Wait till the technology mankind and shit make with this kind of shit. I'm telling y'all. But I'm gonna stop this video right here because I don't think y'all feel me. But y'all know maybe 10 or 20 years from now. Flight boss, bitch. Goddamn air.